So next up for the night is Sora, generally accepted to be the second best in Australia. There's no recent official PR, so I didn't want to put that in just to be sure to cover all my bases. Let's actually talk about Sora's results. We have Fight for SoCal. We also have this other one. We can look at this first because I just had the bracket. I was not able to see it. He entered this tournament as Pope Fresh. I forget who exactly was the one who found this. Let me make sure. T. Kano Wrights was the one who, the very helpful person who came through and found this tournament for him as he entered under the tag Pope Fresh, and picked up a couple of good wins, losing to Squid, but then winning the run back in losers and beating Kodoran as well, which is two pretty good wins. Both players who are most likely going to be on the top 100. Lost to Squid, won that run back against Squid. Was this after he lost to Squid at Fight for SoCal 2? Wait. Why is this date? When did this tournament actually happen? So maybe it was before, maybe it was after. We do not know. So those are two, I would say, good wins in here. Okay, but going back to this, the Franz and Kodora wins are good, as well as we have to keep in mind, I'm not going to waste your time and fill these in on the resume, even though we don't have much to go off of. We have the run back against Squid win, which is pretty cool, and the another win over Kodoran. Yeah, so then we move down to Genesis 6, which Sora said also in the chat, who will be in attendance at Genesis 7, so remember to keep your eyes out for him. Win over Smash Daddy, who was also in this late edition category. Smash Daddy was 86 on the PR, so that's a top 100 win. That's pretty good. Wavebringer and Jace. Jace is 23rd in SoCal, and Wavebringer is a NorCal Peach. I don't think any of those are like highlight worthy. The Smash Daddy win is like on the cusp of being highlight worthy. Again, I have to look at his results. I'll be looking at his results very soon to see where he falls in this top 100. And I think probably the biggest win, especially because Professor Pro, I think is probably like top 30, top 40, based on his couple of pretty great runs at the end of the year. He beat Fiction and Esther J, I believe. No, he lost the run back, so a little bit worse than just having a 1-1 stuff, but still taking a win over Professor Pro. And again, we have very little scraps to scrape at for foreign players, so we got to take what we can get. And then losing the Spud and him in the run back, no surprises. And then, like we said, this is kind of like a general snippet from what we see happening in Australian locals and bigger Australian events, that he generally loses to Spud. Yeah, and that's it for Sora's resume. Does Sora make the top 100? And again, remember, foreign player, so we have to give him a bit of benefit of the doubt. But from what we have here, and actually, something I did gloss over, and we do have to keep in mind, again, benefit of the doubt and like expanding more on the results we see on both sides. A lost A rookie isn't the greatest thing in the world. I can't imagine. Is there any Australian Marios that you can be practicing against? Forgive me for not knowing the depth of Australian Marios. I may be not super informed on the Australian Marios that may exist in the world. There's a 2-2 level Mario player called Frink. His limited Frink practice is not going to help him get our rookie, so I'm more willing to give him benefit of the doubt. And again, foreign players, I'm also more willing to give benefit of the doubt because it's so hard for him. It's literally such a huge monetary and time investment to come out to these tournaments. And the ones he did come out to picked up some pretty reasonable wins. So I think that kind of gets us to, I think Sora is going to be top 100. It feels weird for someone this short of a resume, but again, I don't want to rehash that one more time, even though I think it's important when we're talking about foreign Melee players to give them a bit more benefit of the doubt. But those are some pretty good wins to pick up. I don't think he's going to be near the top of like this lower end. I think like Josh was saying, 85 to 100 feels about right. That pretty much does it for our discussion of Sora. I'm excited to hopefully see him perform really well at Genesis 7 and any other events he's able to come out to, as well as hopefully maybe when BAM comes around and Australia's on the big stage, he'll take that set over Spud, finish first place. That'd be really, really sick.